negative side, why the drinking age should not be lowered to 21. I'm going to start by talking about how we violate speed limits all the time. It seems unfair when we're the ones who get pulled over when everyone else is speeding. So what do we raise the speed limit and get rid of speed limits because they're creating disrespect for the law? I don't think that disobedience should be enough of a motive into lowering the drinking age, because there's still a lot of other factors that play into this, like the fact that the brain isn't fully developed at the age of 18, that it is until the age of 25. And even my opponent mentioned that there wasn't much of a difference in damage between a 21-year-old and an 18-year-old. However, even though the 21-year-old's brain isn't still fully developed, it's still a little bit more than the 18-year-old. And according to an article called "The Truth About Alcohol," published by Foundation for a Drug-Free World, youth who drink are 7.5 times more likely to use other illegal drugs and 50 times more likely to use cocaine than younger people who never drink. One survey found that 32% of heavy drinkers over 12 were also illegal drug users. There are 1.4 million drunk driving arrests in the U.S. every year. As many as 40% of violent crimes occur under the influence of alcohol. So it's easy to realize that there's nothing positive coming out of alcohol. As a matter of fact, it's actually about 6% of the deaths in 2012 worldwide were alcohol related. So more than 80,000 people die from alcohol-related incidents every year. It is the fourth leading preventable cause of death in the U.S. 31% of drinking fatalities were directly linked to alcohol in 2014. And so my opponent also brought up the other countries and European drinking laws. I'd like to focus on that, and how it should not be lowered to mirror European drinking laws limits, because the rate of drinking among U.S. teenagers is lower than that most of European countries, but 20% of American youth aged 16 to 17 and 14 to 15 report drinking alcohol in the past month, compared to an average of 38% of European youth aged 15 to 16. U.S. teenagers aged 16 to 17 also show lower rates of binge drinking than 15 to 16-year-olds from Europe. So, an article titled Pros and Cons of Lowering the Drinking Age to 18 by Odyssey, the European School Survey Project on Alcohol and Other Drugs, revealed that a majority of these countries have higher percentages of youth who report heavy alcohol use and drinking to intoxication than the United States. So even though their laws are different than ours and 18-year-olds have more accessibility to alcohol, the outcomes aren't positive. So a little bit of history of the drinking age regulations. They had been lower before, but they were raised in the late 1960s to 1970s. Nearly all states lowered drinking age to 18. Nearly all states lowered drinking age to 18. This led to a huge increase in alcohol-related accidents. In 1970, 60% of all traffic fatalities were alcohol-related. Over 2/3 of car accidents involving persons aged 16 to 20 were alcohol-related. So my argument is lowering drinking age increases drunk driving accidents, but raising drinking age decreases drunk driving accidents. In 1984 to 2014, national drinking age raised to 21, which happened in July 1984. Drunk driving accidents have dropped 50%. The greatest proportion of this decline was among 16 to 20-year-olds. Approximately 37% of traffic fatalities in the age group were alcohol-related in 2013, compared to more than 75% in 1970. So I already mentioned a little bit about the brain, and I'd also like to talk about liver diseases and rape that come along with alcohol. In 2009, alcohol-induced liver disease was the reason behind 1/3 of liver transplants. So the organs that are being donated are being used to people who are just binging on alcohol when they could be used for other people who aren't just damaging their body by their own choice. 97,000 students in college between the ages of 18 to 24 experienced alcohol-related assault or rape dates. A 3% reduction in that count of bars in Buckhead of Atlanta, which was observed between 1997 and 2002, and between 2003 and 2007 caused 2 times the decrease in incident of crimes. So basically, alcohol increases diseases, crimes, and waste of livers. The minimum legal drinking age of 21 is actually saving lives. The debate about lowering the drinking age by Buddy T states that problem with the arguments for lowering the legal age, it is simply not the best interest of the public safety to do so. Underage drinkers are a danger to themselves and others, especially on the highways. Why the legal drinking age should be kept at 21 by James C. Fell. It's because it saves approximately 800 to 900 lives each year in reductions in traffic fatalities involving young drivers. The U.S. court ruled in 1978 that the MLD A21 is reasonably related to a state objective of reducing highway crashes, and the MLD A21 withstands a constitutional challenge on 3 key issues. Drinking age is not a fundamental right guaranteed by the Constitution. It is a privilege.